Hey, Jeff at Sweet Sounds, back again. This time, just finished up this beautiful 2013 Harley Davidson Road Glide. This bike had came in, I guess let's call it with some leftovers from an audio system. It was in need of some serious upgrades. So we were able to retain just a little bit of what was in there, but for the most part, we gutted this thing and started over from scratch as far as the audio upgrades go. Let's go ahead, hey, you know what, while we're at it, let's go ahead and talk about that. So one of the biggest things about what we do here at Sweet Sounds is basically maintaining and taking care of the bikes while they're in our possession. So everything that we do when we take these bikes apart, so for example, the windshield's not back on this one, we actually have some new parts on order for that. All these parts for these bikes get set aside on our shelves on this area so that nothing is actually left on the floor and everything else is very well protected and taken care of. And also while the bikes are here, we keep everything plugged in to chargers so that the batteries are always maintained and we never have to worry about any damage occurring to the batteries. So, all right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get back and talk about the equipment that went into this bike. So, as far as the head unit goes, it's a pretty cool setup in this thing. This is the new SoundStream Reserve. That's part of the Precision Power companies. It's all the same parent company. They just use a couple different names for the audio equipment. So, this is the new SoundStream Reserve. It's the HDHU-9913 Road Glide. So it fits the 98 to 2013 Road Glides. Fit finish is absolutely phenomenal. Looks perfect in there. Amazing features, Android Auto, CarPlay, of course, satellite ready, fully waterproof. It's a fantastic radio. We'll talk about that actually on the bike a little bit. Then from there, that head unit is powering or running to the Rockford Fosgate M5. So that's one of their element ready amplifiers. Of course, we use the Rockford Audio wiring kit and bracket in this one to mount that. It's a good location where that thing goes. That gives us plenty of power to run both our new front and rear speakers. And the front, once again, it's the full cal inside. That's the HDK165. For this bike, being the older style, this is the 98 to 2013 kit. Of course, it comes with grills. And then those tweeters are mounted into the grills on this. Fit finished, sounds fantastic. Does take a bit of work to get these things and everything to fit in there. It's a kind of a tight setup in there, but well worth taking the time to get this all done in there. And then this bike already had a spot for speakers, but the rear speakers weren't in there, and we chose to go with the Precision Power. Once again, that's the same company under the SoundStream line with their PPI MAS 6x9s into there. Once again, a fully waterproof, marinized kind of a setup, so you don't have to worry about it. If you get caught out in the rain, just flip the lid open, dump the water out, and continue on your ride. No issue at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at what was done on the bike here. Let's go ahead and start in the back. So as we mentioned, this one already had the factory locations for the speakers, so we just simply added the PPIs back in here. Has the protectors inside here, so fit finish, very nice, clean, solid, secure. Still going to be able to use that bag for all its intended purposes. Now let's get up here and talk a little bit more about this radio. So that's the, as I mentioned, the SoundStream Reserve. It's the 98 to 13. Going to have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on there, of course, Bluetooth, USB, I should mention. So this customer did actually ask us to go ahead and add a USB port. So we added a USB port in the storage pocket in here. That's actually what we're listening to off of right now. It's going to have a USB port on there. If you want to plug in a thumb drive or plug in your phone to it, no problem. And then the tuning and capability on this radio is pretty fantastic. So this is, of course, full touchscreen, but just go ahead and go through a few of those features. So hit the home button. That'll flip us over to the USB. We can kind of see what music we're playing right now. Of course, thumb controls are all hooked up onto that also, so we can control everything via the hand controls also. Kick back out of here. 13-band equalizer on this thing also, so we get into the settings on here. We want to go into the EQ. Lots of different capabilities on this thing. Like I mentioned, 13-band EQ. You can really dial in the sound you're looking for with this unit. Of course, a number of presets on there also. You can just flip right through those. Very responsive, a number of capability, different options as far as your display goes for nighttime brightness. Just a really excellent radio. Fit finish, as I mentioned, is top notch. This thing sits very, very well in there. Seals up very well. Looks fantastic. So, and then, as I mentioned, with the Focal speakers, get a little light onto these things. You can see that's a grill-mounted tweeter on there, the 6.5 inch, along with the adapters on the back side. Fantastic sound quality. This thing, of course, jams. One of the nice things about the Focal speakers is not only do they get really loud, but they actually sound really good when they get really loud. And that's kind of the difference when as you get it to higher end speakers. It's really not that difficult to get loud, but it's difficult to get loud and sound good at the same time. So let's go ahead and turn this thing up, give it a listen. Flip that back over to the USB source. Of course, my camera's going to kick in concert mode here as I turn this on, but we'll get a listen. So that is another wonderful Harley Davidson audio upgrade by the experts here at Sweet Sounds Mankato, Minnesota. If you're looking at getting some work done to your bike, your side-by-side, your boat, your car, your truck, your SUV, your semi, your dump truck, whatever you're driving around, your RV, do a lot of those also. Come visit the experts here at Sweet Sounds Mankato, Minnesota. Give us a call, 507-345-8863. Check us out on our website, sweetsounds.com, and check out some new videos on our YouTube page. Take care.